Hi, we're going to be talking about the technologies that we use to construct our thriller.
So firstly we use Premiere Elements, which is a video editing software, and we use this right from the beginning, and basically we were able to put our footage onto it. We could cut it to the time of our music, we could manipulate it, we could add titles, we could layer shots on top of each other. So it was a really good software to use, and we did all of our editing on that software.
We also did titles on there.
Yeah, we did our titles on there by adding text and then adding another layer, so it got normal then bold. And so the strengths were that we could do so much on the software. Like we didn't have to do one thing on After Effects and then bring it back. We could do all of it on there. Disadvantages could be that it was quite slow, because
it kept crashing and stuff.
As it gets to the end of the year, the Macs get more full and it's more difficult to load your work, and so it just took a long time, and it would like delete and we'd have to do it again. So yeah.
And then we tried to use After Effects to motion track our titles, but we decided not to do that in the end because it was so hard to use and complicated to use, and within our time frame we didn't have enough time to learn how to use After Effects. So like the strengths were that didn't we make the ident?
Our ident was made using After Effects.
And we could do a lot on it. There was a lot to do on it, like regarding titles and stuff. But yeah, the weaknesses were that really complicated to use, and we didn't have enough time to.
We watched a lot of tutorials and
use it.
It just took a long time.
Photoshop. We used that for.
We used Photoshop to make our poster, and it was quite simple. I watched some YouTube videos, and I did just a picture of the sky, and then I used a picture of our dream catcher and just like kind of deleted everything and like made it look like it was in the sky, and then I added some titles and some film credits at the bottom. Just did some research into what titles looked like and made it from there. It wasn't very difficult.
Tripod. We didn't actually have a tripod. Basically, on the day of our filming, the tripod broke, so we had to stack boxes to make a tripod so our camera wouldn't move around. We tried at first not to use a tripod, but then we realised that our footage was just rubbish and shaky.
Too shaky, so we had to use something. So
we just made our own tripod instead, which wasn't great, but it done the job.
It did the job. GarageBand was what we used to make all of our music, and it was really good because we could download some like loops from YouTube and then put them into our work. So we used a couple of loops were actually from GarageBand, and then most of it was actually from YouTube, such as the man talking, which was from YouTube, and we managed to just cut up his voice and layer it on top, so it was like distorted and didn't really make any sense. But yeah, this was a good software to use. I've used it before. It's on all Macs, so everyone's used it at least once before, so it wasn't very difficult to use, and it had good results, and we were able to cut our footage in time to the music because it had quite a strong beat.
Camera. We used a Nikon, which had really good quality.
We used it instead of the school cameras.
Because the quality was better, which was a strength. I think our weakness was the battery kept on dropping really quickly, which delayed our filming process. That was about it, really.
YouTube, we used the whole way through. We put all our work on there, all of our prelims and like practiced work we would put on there, and us talking. So it really helped us to just use another software rather than just typing everything out. We could use YouTube to upload these videos.
I'm just going to skip. Do you know about iMac?
Well, the iMac was what we used for the whole thing. It had all of the software on it, and I think it was probably the best thing to use. I think a Windows computer would be just too slow, so it was a good choice.
Smartphone.
We actually use our smartphones a lot. We
used
a
it
group
to
chat.
Yeah, and we also used it to, because there was a blogger app, we used it to check up on posts on the blog, and I also used it a couple of times to record voice recordings for the blog.
The MacBook we normally use to make videos. We did try and make our storyboard on the MacBook on Storyboard 6, but it just didn't really work with our kind of montage because ours is based on Dreamcatcher and there's no kind of symbol to represent that in there, so we just drew it out instead.
But yeah, altogether, everything was...
Yeah, everything was good.
Thank you.